Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 2. Today we have a cup race at Michigan in which our sponsor has decided we are ready for the Cup Series, so they're going to sponsor us for Roush Fenway Racing. And then we have whatever's next, who knows what it is. Top 18 finish is the goal. We failed our first 4-star team with Wood Brothers at Talladega. But I do think we have a good chance of getting this objective. We did well at, we could have done well at Michigan. Well, actually, we did do well at Michigan in the Xfinity Series, but not the well that I would like to do, based off of pit strategy, but it is what it is, and let's see what we can do here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. Really appreciate it. If you missed the announcement in the first video of the week for NASCAR Heat 2, I will not be streaming this weekend. I'll put up a third NASCAR Heat 2 video on Sunday in its place, but just too busy of a weekend this weekend, so I won't be streaming. But let's go ahead and qualify, see what we can do. Super happy our sponsor Advocare decided that we are ready for the Cup Series here, and we are now replacing Trevor Bayne temporarily. Good finish for Trevor Bayne at Talladega, by the way. After wrecking about 3 times, he ended up finishing 3rd, at least the last time that I saw the results. So good for him. Thought he would have had a really good shot at it had he not gotten in those wrecks, but he still ended up being a top 5 car, so good for him. Let's see what kind of lap we can put down. I really have no idea. We didn't qualify too hot in the Xfinity Series, but I do think we can qualify well. A little squirrely going into turn 1, so that might cost us. We don't really know what our abilities are in qualifying with 4-star teams, since at Talladega we didn't qualify with Wood Brothers, so I definitely would like to for sure get this contract going, because I mean, this is the team that we're running for in the Xfinity Series, and I definitely want to do well for them. But let's see. Last. Yep, I figured as much. By how much? Almost a second. Great. But let's head to the race, and I'll turn it over to PRM.
The stars of NASCAR roll into Michigan International Speedway for the Firekeepers Casino 400. Located in the scenic Irish Hills area of southeastern Michigan, today this D-shaped 2-mile oval will play host to the best drivers in the world. So if you're a fan of speed, this is the race for you. Michigan is the fastest track in NASCAR, with speeds often in excess of 200 miles per hour. Do you feel the need for speed? NASCAR racing is coming up next.
Alright, I even remembered to segue that time, so go me. But we're starting last, so this is going to be a tougher challenge than previously anticipated. But let's try to be smart here and not wreck the field like we did twice in the Xfinity race, even though neither of them are really my fault. We're definitely faster than these back markers, so we just need to get up to speed and then be clean. But I really don't want to cause a crash, or I really don't want to incur any damage. Looks like we might make it, well, no. Thought we might make it 4 wide there. Well, we're definitely going to make it 3 wide here underneath Sadler and DiBenedetto. Speaking of DiBenedetto, congrats on leading about 10 laps at Talladega. It didn't really help you that much, but congratulations nonetheless. He ended up being in one of the crashes. I think he was in the big one. The one that Truex started. Alright, we got 3 cars on the inside. We're going to try to make it to the outside, but we just don't have enough speed. We'll drive. Oh, what? What just... Okay. Somebody just decided that they were going to go on the pit road there. That kind of looked like a Jamie McMurray type of incident, even though it was only that one car instead of half of the field. Not quite sure what happened there. I don't even know who it was. I didn't quite catch. Went by too fast. Okay, huge run on Junior and Landon Castle. Sorry to hear that Landon Castle's not going to be back with front row. I thought they had a pretty good team going there with him and Reagan, but I definitely feel like they could probably find a guy who has some more sponsorship, even though Castle has definitely been a good representative for Loves, but just doesn't seem like a good fit. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that car next year. There are rumors around that if Bubba Wallace doesn't get enough sponsorship for Richard Petty, that he might go to the front row. Follow the path of Chris Buescher, maybe. I was going to shove Almirola underneath into a 3-wide situation, but I decided against that. Probably wasn't the best decision, but I'll take it. So we're definitely going to have to pit at the end of this stage because we can't make it to the end of the next stage. Which means we're probably going to have to end up pitting a green flag during the 3rd stage. But that's just inferring right now, not really any factual evidence behind that. Tight battle with Suarez. This is exactly where we need to be, though. 18th place is the goal. Well, this is exactly where we need to be. And this is the end of the stage right here. 18th in the stage 1. I'll take it after starting last. We will have to come in, but let's see. We have to do a full tank for sure. We'll do 4 tires and fuel. That'll probably drop us back a little bit, but... Oh no, we stay exactly where we are. See, this is what I like. Predictable AI pitting. Now, that is something that they said they were going to fix in the patch, but again, I'm recording this on Sunday, so if the patch does get released this week, I don't have it in the game, because I do all of my recording on Sunday. Brad Keselowski, oh, we got a caution already. That was fast. Not going to pit. And since that was so fast, we actually will be able to go back to green before the end of the stage. Not quite sure what that caution was for. Oh, looks like Kyle Busch is slowing up the inside lane there. So we're up to 13th thanks to that. We haven't been getting great restarts, which is slightly unusual for us. But as long as I stay in the draft, I'm fine. But once I lose the draft, like I just stepped out on Kenseth and I kind of stalled out for a minute there. Man, I thought Ryan Newman had that race won at Talladega. I thought it was going to be really hard with the lack of cars for anybody to get a good enough run to evade blocking, but just seemed like Keselowski got a good shove from Logano at the end. We're 4 wide. We made it work. In a 4 wide situation, usually the 2 cars in the middle are not in the best spots, but it does seem like that I have a tendency to make that work somehow. Try to side draft a little bit there, but couldn't quite get to him. I'm kind of stuck on the outside. 2 laps to go in stage 2. We might be in position for some stage points if I can make this outside. Okay, Earnhardt not giving me any room there. If I can get off the outside, then I might have a shot. But as long as I'm on the outside, it just didn't seem like things were going to work out for me. But it does look like Dylan's slow, so I'm going to go back on the outside immediately after I say the outside wasn't working. Oh crap. That was my fault. That was my fault entirely. Well, so much for possible stage point territory. But yeah, that was my fault. Now this is not the time for me to be getting a sore throat. I still got 5 more videos I need to record right after this. But I'm starting to get a little sore throat, so if my voice starts going away, I apologize. But I still got 5 more videos I need to record today. Well, that's the end of stage 2. We finished 14th after that little bobble. And I assume we're going to have to pit again. Looks like most everybody's pitting, so we will. 4 tires and fuel. Not really going to do anything. Looks like we're going to lose a few spots. But I really don't think there's anything to gain from staying out. So I'm just going to stay with the majority of the crowd here. Lost 10 spots, but I believe that's just 10 people staying out. So I would not be surprised if this restart is a little messy, considering the slow cars up front. Or at least slower cars. I have no idea who's actually up front, but... Looks like that's DJ Kennington already being stuck on the outside there. So I'm going to try to get to the inside of people here. So what is the pit strategy? We have 10 laps of fuel. 9 laps of fuel. And how many laps to go? We'll find out as a line. We're 3 wide. Oh, so we're good to the end on fuel. So I don't know what these people were thinking. I didn't think we would be good to the end. Alright then. Well, I don't really know what the people... Okay, we're 4 wide. Keselowski, why would you make that 4 wide? That's something... That's a stupid thing that only I would do. I expect more out of Brad. Well, not really. I take that statement back. But I don't know what the people who stayed out were exactly thinking there. No way they could have made it to the end. There. So, I'm sure there's still a couple slow cars up front. Yeah, I think I see Eric Almirola up there. Yeah, Joey Gaze, Chris Buescher are around here. I think I see Landon Castle up there. So we still got... Okay, Buescher, I had the run there, but... Thanks for cutting me off. And you will now pay severely for your transgressions. Got Jeffrey Earnhardt up here as well, but again, these guys have to pit. I assume. Unless, well, that takes the strategy out of it. We're not going to pit. We're going to gain a few positions. We're in 5th. Alright then. Can we compete for this win? Probably not. But we're going to give it our best. And see what happens. But if we could pull off this win, that would be excellent. Since, that's how we did both of our Truck Series and our Xfinity Hot Seat seasons. We got at least 1 win. We're going 3 wide, but Johnson's not going to give us any draft, and that's probably going to kill us here. Yep. Once I lost the draft, I had no hope. But I still had the inside line, so in the corners, I'll still... Okay, I gave up the inside line, but I'll take it back. As long as I can stay in the draft, I think we'll be in good shape. I want Bush to get underneath Harvick there, but we're gonna just take the hole instead. For some reason, they're hugging the bottom like they're gonna pit. I don't need to pit, right? No, I definitely don't need to pit, so they definitely don't need to pit either. So I guess they were just hugging the bottom line for drafting purposes. I don't know. White flag is out, sponsored by Advocare. We'll get underneath Bush here, get a little draft from Harvick, our Ford brethren. If we can get a top 5, that's definitely exceeding our expectations in this 4-star team. But yeah, it does look like a top 5 is what we're going to get here. As long as we stay in the draft of Harvick. Our top 5, our first top 5, I believe, in the Cup Series with our Xfinity team owners, Roush Fenway. So I'm glad we were able to put on a good show for them. And they'll be interested in us next season. I don't think I'll sign with them, but they'll be interested in us nonetheless. Alright, well, we're 37th. At least Paul Menard's starting to improve in the standings a little bit. He was dead last for most of the season. Yeah, again, 5th place. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. And let's see what we have next on the agenda here. Roush Fenway will definitely be happy with that. And we have momentum, too. Cool. So that'll help us in our next race. They're happy with us, of course. And next we have Xfinity race at Iowa. Alright, let's get started. So all that's left for us to accomplish in our incentive contract is 2 top 10s. So let's try to finish on top 10 here and wherever we are next. And we can finally get an incentive contract. I don't think we've actually gotten one. So that would be nice to accomplish. But let's head off to qualifying. Man, those loading screens take forever. I do think we can qualify well here, assuming that I don't screw up. But that's definitely a possibility. Iowa would be a track I would like to see get a cup race. It's always a good race, but it also has that unique thing of always being a one-off race for the Xfinity series. So I think they would have to weigh the options. Okay, yep. Screwed up there. Probably not going to qualify too well. But again, I've been proven wrong on many occasions in this series. But yeah, we're just carrying too much speed into the corners. It's been a while since we've been to Iowa, so. Yep, last. Figured as much. We were pretty close to Carl Long. But let's start the race. See how we can do again. Top 10 is our main goal. Nope, turn the mirror off again. But I just gotta get these corners right because we definitely didn't get them right in qualifying. I'm just gonna kind of hang low on the bottom. I think that's gonna be the best way to get around here quickly. Oh, sorry, Hemrick. And as immediately as I say that, I give up the bottom. Oh, but we're gonna kind of cross here. That was really the only opening I saw because otherwise we were going to be 3 wide going into turn 1, which is not a good option here at Iowa. Looks like Jeremy Clements is a little slow. Overdrove the corner again. Whoa! They stopped. Why did they stop? I don't know. That's the wall I made. I avoided it. How I avoided it again, I don't know. Why did they just like stop halfway down the straightaway? That's like the second or third time this happened. Makes no sense to me. Are we really just that fast, or is there some sort of glitch going on? Now, I did know that in the patch notes they said something about Iowa, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was something with the gear ratios. But again, I've said this numerous times, I have no idea what I'm doing with gear ratio. That actually might be it. The AI might be maxing out a little soon, and that's why they're kind of stalling on the straightaways. That actually might be it. I'm so smart. Even though that's probably not it at all. We got contact up in front of us, Keselowski. But I managed to screw that up, as usual. You know, it's time for a reference here. I make this reference a lot while I'm watching NASCAR, but I never actually do this in my videos. On Netflix, there's a show called Canada's Worst Driver. It's available in the US, not just in Canada. But the thing that it's amazing. I highly recommend it. We're gonna pit because we can make it to the end here, no repair. But highly recommend it. We're last, of course, because there's a lot of good driving tips, and B, just a lot of stupidity that happens. So Canada's Worst Driver on Netflix, highly recommend. But in there, one of the big key things that they talk about is looking where you want to go. Don't look at the thing you're trying to avoid. And that could not be more true here. You don't want to look at the spinning car. You want to look away and look where you want to go. And because if you just stare at the spinning car, you're target fixating right on it, and you're going to drive straight towards it, more than likely. So there's your little driving tip from Aaron. I'm probably the last person who should be giving driving tips, but that's why I'm kind of like a third party in the situation. I'm giving driving tips that I've heard from other people. But yeah, Canada's Worst Driver, definitely recommend it. It's been a long running show, but there's only like 2 seasons of it on Netflix. So you might have to look it up on YouTube if you want to see more than what's just on Netflix. I think it's like season 8 and season 9 that actually made it on Netflix. But actually, those are probably the best 2 seasons that could have gone there. So there's my little shameless plug for the day. And let's get back to focusing on NASCAR here. We've obviously made up a... Okay, Joey Gase. I'm trying to avoid getting into Cole Custer here so he's not pissed off at me. Oh crap. I saw that coming, so I made an evasive maneuver. But yeah, that show has a ton of crazy people, and it's absolutely amazing. Oh, broke too much. I just don't have a handling for these corners. But it hasn't really hurt us too much. It hurts us on entry. And if I get tight in the center, then it hurts us in the center. But usually we get a decent launch off the corner, regardless of how bad I screw up. 2 laps to go in stage 2 here. Well, we might get into stage point territory since there's a huge conglomeration of cars right here. Sorry, Brennan Poole. Gonna make it 3 wide here, maybe. Yep. Oh, looks like Ryan Reed's slow. Or not. Well, he's slower at least. So we will get underneath. Nope. Maybe. Not quite. He is our teammate. We gotta remember that. We gotta be nice to him. He is our teammate. I keep forgetting that we have teammates. Oh, Sadler's stopping. I always over-exaggerate. This is the end of the stage, by the way, so we'll take a couple stage points. Obviously, we're probably not in position to contend for the regular season championship because we are just terrible at stage racing. But we can make it to the end, so we're not going to pit. And we're leading the race. This is slightly concerning, considering how I've yet to master this track. But it's us and Harrison Rhodes starting on the front row. How many laps do we have to suffer through this? 15 laps. Alright, I can deal with that. Hopefully. But I really do like being behind cars because I can compare, especially at short tracks and road courses. A mile and a half, there's not much to compare to. Lift off a little bit and then accelerate as soon as possible. That's pretty straightforward. But the short tracks, you really gotta get your braking zones and your throttle zones down. So I'm actually going to cut out right now to save a little time on the video. And I'll see you guys when something interesting happens. Alright, welcome back. This is 2 to go this time. We've just been pulling away. We were pulling away from Harrison Rhodes, and there's a caution. Of course. Oh my god, my right front tire. That's concerning, but we can't pit. Man, we were so close. But I was about to say we've been pulling away from Harrison Rhodes until Brendan Poole went into second. And he started making up a bunch of time on me. But now 2 to go again. Only with everybody right behind me and a right front tire that's about to blow. Luckily we don't have the super fast people right up here with us. Otherwise we might be in a little more trouble than what we're in right now. But definitely can feel the right front tire struggling. Here comes Harrison Rhodes of all people. White flag is out, sponsored by Love's Travel Stops. But yeah, right front tire is definitely killing us right now. It's going to be a run to the checkered. If I can nail this corner, I think we'll be fine. But of course, well actually, I did, but Poole's going to get a run. Avoid the wall. Here comes Almirola. But we win. That was a lot more stressful than I previously anticipated. But we won. The game tried to screw us, but we won. By how much? By 28 hundredths of a second. 28 1,000ths of a second, sorry. So Almirola almost did it, but luckily we had just enough time because our tires were completely shot. We passed Eric Jones again, so good for us. We got more playoff points, obviously. We're probably not going to win the regular season championship, but here we are in victory lane again. Another win for the happy dog that's not here anymore. I miss the happy dog. I want the happy dog back. If we run for all 3 series championships, I'm going to sign with that team again. But there's victory lane and all that. We didn't even get the fastest lap because we were terrible. But yeah, we'll head back to the menu. We'll check out our rivals. We haven't checked that out recently. Harrison Rhodes has a message for us.
Man, that was so close. Just want to say congrats on that awesome win.
Thank you. You were actually pretty close there with us, so good for you. We have a Xfinity race at Daytona for the next episode. We have 6 wins already this season, so we're definitely doing well there. We don't have any complete rivals yet, so we've been maintaining there. But we got Ray Black Jr., William Byron, Cole Custer, and Darrell Wallace Jr., our teammate, all level 4 pissed off, so we'll have to keep those guys in mind for the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.